We want to read this now. We don't want to read this in January. We need to read this now, because if you're not getting paid for it, why are you doing it all day every day? I don't know. I just feel like if you're gonna do it all day every day, turn it into a coin. Make a bag out of it. There's ways to do it. I have journals to this day from when I was in high school. Matter of fact, I need to go back and read those. Cause what was I talking about? I was writing that thing every day. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Ashana. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, turn the notification bell on. Without further ado, we're gonna hop right into it. So I'm gonna cover 25 things that I think we all should do in order to have a successful 2025, to at least jumpstart it, right? The first thing is gonna be to my aspiring content creators. Like myself, I'm new to this whole creator world. So all of this applies to me as well. The first thing I'm going to talk about is consistency. Being consistent on these platforms reaps you the benefits of being successful on the platforms. If you're not posting and being consistent, they're not going to throw your posts or material in front of their people. It's just not going to happen. So you have to be consistent. And I struggle with that because I was working, the kids, I have a lot of different moving parts. I'm trying to incorporate my new routine. So a lot of times I wasn't like posting when I needed to because I was so exhausted. And I'm very intentional with my content or posting on YouTube specifically. I don't like to just post any and everything. I very much have a plan in mind, and I'm very strategic about what I post and how I post it and when I post it, right? So I just don't post anything. I just don't throw things up. So in order for me to avoid last minute posting and just throwing videos together, I'm dedicating myself to creating a schedule. This month here, I'm working with the app Notion to schedule out my content. So I'm using that right now during VLOGMAS to help me stay on track. Right now I am slightly behind because I'm filming the day of and editing the day of. I know a lot of people have already filmed old content that they're posting as the time go on, or they're editing and just posting that way, which helps them post at a specific time of the day, which is awesome, right? So I'm working on creating a schedule now, so when the new year comes, I'm already into rotation of how I want things to go. The next thing is gonna be, if you are someone who wants to start a YouTube or a podcast or something to that effect, do it. And I would say do it now, this month, now. You can work out all the kinks. You can figure out lighting. You can figure out camera shots. You can figure out editing. You can figure out what flow you like. You can figure out the topics you want to discuss. You can figure out your content. As far as the aesthetic goes, like what you like, what you don't like. Trust me, when you start editing, you're going to start seeing things and being able to identify things you do not like and things you do love about your vlogs. So just start. There's no right or wrong way to do it. Just start. The next thing I would say we all need to do is set a clear personal goal for the new year. Again, I'm a very intentional person. I'm a person that plans out goals. And I like to be, again, strategic. So the upcoming year, I don't want to be planning in 2025. I need to be planning now what I want next year to look like. So make sure you're ahead of the game on planning out what you want your 2025 to look like, and not only just writing down what you want it to look like. No, make an actual plan. If I want to, for instance, for me, I'm going to school, I'm going to be transitioning into a new role when it comes to my career. Instead of just saying, oh, I want to transition into this new role, I'm actually taking the steps right now to enroll for school, to take the courses and get the certifications that I'm going to be required to have in order for me to pivot into that new role. All right, number 3, I think we all should do a digital detox once a week. This is where you're unplugging from social media, you're stepping away from it. Now, it's going to be very hard for content creators to do that if you're someone that's posting every single day. But for me, myself, since I'm not someone who's been posting every day, I don't have to upkeep that goal or that standard. I literally have set a goal to do certain things on specific days. Like maybe my short form is on this day, my long form is on the other days. So what I personally do right now is I do unplug and I fast from social media for 4 hours each day. In that 4 hours, I get so much done. I make sure I'm targeting things that I need to do at work. I'm targeting things I need to do for the vlogs. I'm targeting things I need to do around the house for the kids. So in that 4 hours, I get so much done. And most times after the 4 hours, I don't have the urge to pick that phone up and post or do anything. I really don't. So I think incorporating a moment to unplug and pull away from social media is great for not only just unwinding, but your mental health, because a lot of times it can have you go into this depression or have you thinking you're so far behind because people are portraying certain things, a lifestyle, and you just feel like you can't get caught up, right? I personally don't get offended or have those thoughts around other people's success. I'm more like, I'm celebratory, like, oh my God, that's great. It'll motivate me. It'll motivate me to go harder. It won't put me in a place of, man, I'm so far behind now. I have my own personal goals and I'm very hard on myself. So I'm already thinking that anyway. So I just unplug because I want to focus on other things like my career, my YouTube channel, and make sure I'm putting my time where it's needed and not just scrolling on social media all day or posting all day, things that really don't matter. Because if you're not getting paid for it, why are you doing it all day every day? I don't know. I just feel like if you're gonna do it all day every day, turn it into a coin. Make a bag out of it. There's ways to do it. The next thing I'm gonna go over is reflection of this year. So 2024, how did this year go for you? Make sure you're highlighting the success you've had, whether it's small or big. Make sure you're taking time to acknowledge that, celebrate yourself, and give yourself a little pat on the back, because at the end of the day, I think a lot of people went through a bunch of rough patches this year. So I don't think there's nothing wrong with celebrating. I celebrate all my wins, small, big. It doesn't matter. I celebrate my friend wins. Even though they be wanting me to take shots and I ain't really drinking, I go and get a shot of grape juice or something. But I'm going to celebrate you. And I feel like it's important to celebrate the small wins, because a lot of times we're not living in the moment. We're not appreciative of the success we have overcome. So I think making sure that you take time to reflect on this year, the things you maybe even look at the things you could have done better. That's how we grow and learn. Don't just dismiss it like, oh my God, it's the worst time. No, take time to reflect on those things too, because trust me, there's a lesson in everything that you've went through. Everything you go through, there's a lesson to learn. So make sure you reflect on that as well. The next thing is learn a new skill or hobby. So for me, I'm going to be learning how to make mocktails. Since I'm not drinking right now, I'm going to learn how to make mocktails at home. So YouTube University, TikTok University, I'm going to be relying heavily on those resources to help me make some great mocktails. The next thing is start a budget and save for the future. you can start a budget right now. Your budget could be $5, $20, $30, whatever you want that budget to be. For me, I'm thinking about things. I already have a budget each month, and I already have a savings plan. So one thing I want to do is plan for my upcoming events, like my birthday or my kid's birthday or any trips that I have planned that's coming up. Yeah, so just set aside some time to plan out a budget that you can stick to. Do not make this budget $1 million if you're not making $1 million. Like, be realistic with your goals and the things that you're setting for yourself. Be sure you're writing down all of your bills, all of the income you have coming in. What do you have left over? What do you need to survive after you pay all your bills, such as like personal hygiene products? Like, all of those things should be considered. I roll it into my bills. So that way, anything that's left over is what's left over. So figure out what percentage of your check you would like to save each month and just do it. The next thing is going to be declutter and organize your space. I cannot operate in a cluttered space. Like, my office right now is so hard for me to work in there because everything is pretty much a storage unit. Everything is in there. So once I decorate it and get it set how I would like for it to be, I can then be a little bit more creative. I can open my mind a little bit more. Clutter just makes me not want to be in there. I cannot function well in there. So yeah, make sure you declutter your spaces, reorganize everything, and having things organized just makes things flow so much better. Like, everything will flow so much easier for you. It'll be easy to clean up. It'll be easy to set things up. The next thing I would say is read at least one book a month. That could be that's an attainable goal, right? Read it once a month. You can join a book club and make it fun and just have conversations around a book you read with other people. I think that's a great way to learn. And also, you get to see other people's perspective on it. A lot of times, the way you think is totally different from how someone else thinks. So I love getting feedback from somebody else, like, oh my God, I never thought about it that way. So yeah, I think that'd be a great thing to do. Speaking of books, some books that I talked about in January, I'm going to read again this month, which one is going to be the 12-week year. We want to read this now. We don't want to read this in January. We need to read this now. Atomic Habits. I want to read this again as well. 40 Days Through the Bible. I haven't gotten through it yet, honestly. I really need to get through this. So, after I read these, I think I'm going to, because I start the new year off with the Daniel's fast, I think what I would do is really get back into this and get through the full 40 days. I mean, I've read and gotten it pretty far in it, but I'm more like, if I start something and I stop for a while, I'm starting over. So that's kind of why I keep getting stuck on this one, because every time I stop reading for like a few days, I was just say a week or two, I literally just start over from square one. And then plus the children, my children and I, we read their Bible at night as well. So it's like I'm getting fed anyway, but I still want to get through this because it has some great lessons in there. The next thing I want to talk about that I think we should do is, okay, take a solo trip or staycation. Now, I know funds are tight for a lot of people right now, and you may not have the means to go out of the country, out of the state you're in, or you may not even be able to do a staycation. But if you have the means to, I would highly suggest doing it. Like a staycation, I could literally go down the street, be in a hotel, and feel like I'm at somebody's island somewhere. Just to clear your head, clear your mind, clear your thoughts. Just to be one with yourself. I think that's very, very, very important. So if you have the means and can find a time to do it, do it. Now, if you don't have the means and you can't go out of the country, out of the state, Turn your space into whatever you want it to be. I mean, like, maybe cook the certain foods of that place that you want to travel to. If you have children, ask someone to keep them for the weekend so that way you have that me time and can still do that same unwinding at home that you would do. Now, I don't want you cleaning up, doing all the extra stuff. This is a time to truly be one with yourself, your thoughts, to sit, to be, to just relax, okay? So really take advantage of that time. The next thing we're gonna talk about, I think we should do, oh my God, learn how to meditate and practice mindfulness. Meditation, let me start there. I am going to make a conscious effort to try to meditate again. I've done it in the past and I'm a thinker, like I think. I like to say I'm a thinker. And so my mind just go. So I need to learn how to just clear my mind and be able to meditate, and that'll help me not be stressed or overwhelmed and overstimulated or whatever the case may be. I literally have to practice that one myself. So I am gonna struggle with that one. I know. But I think that's something we all can benefit from. The next thing is vision board. This is my old vision board from 2022. Okay, 2022. Now, just because you make a vision board for, like I did, like 2022, it doesn't mean you necessarily have to get everything done in 2022. I like to give myself time to obtain these goals. A lot of these goals I did accomplish, but a lot of them I haven't reached yet. So what I'm going to do is basically I'm going to revamp my vision board from 2022 for 2025. But I'm going to do that this month, guys. It's very crucial that you do this month. That's why we started out with making a plan of what you want next year to look like. So whenever you get to your vision board and putting everything together, you have an idea of what this should look like, right? You already know the pictures you need for said things because you have it all written down. You have a mapped out plan. And that's basically what a vision board is. It's just a plan of how you want your life to be and what you envision it to be. So yeah, I can't wait to update this. Oh my God, I have so many things I want to do. The next thing is start a side hustle or small business. I'm learning this the hard way. But I would say it's important to have different streams of income. I would highly suggest finding something that you're good at that you can turn into revenue. I know a lot of people are selling digital products. I braid hair. I can literally do that on the side if I choose to. So just find something that you're really good at that someone will want to pay you for your services, you know? Everyone has something that they're good at. You can't convince me otherwise. And if you don't know what you're good at, slide in the comments and you and I can discuss and we'll figure out what you're good at. But the next thing is going to be, okay, self-care routine is important. It's essential, right? I have one, my skincare routine on point, on go. Of course, body care is on point. But self-care can be, for instance, like I have a thing where I like to go and get a massage once a month. And I like to do it specifically on a Sunday to help me start my week off pretty smooth in a calm, relaxed state. So that's one thing I like to do. So make sure that you're doing something of self-care to take care of yourself, to make sure that you're okay mentally, physically, and emotionally. Make sure you pay attention to yourself and give yourself what you need. Take that time out for you. The next thing is going to be taking a cooking class or cook a new cuisine. This is something I personally want to do, so I have to throw this in here for us to discuss. Male or female, right? You need to know how to cook. Obviously, we got to eat. So I challenge you to make a non-traditional dish for yourself and your family this month. I'm going to make one as well. I'm going to do like a Jamaican cuisine. So I'm going to make me some oxtails for the first time, rice and peas, cabbage, the way that they do it. You know I'm from the South, the real South. We make cabbage anyway. But I'm going to do a Jamaican cuisine instead. So I cannot wait to do this. So I challenge you guys to do the same thing. This is a way we can open our minds, explore other things, try new things without even having to go to Jamaica. We can try Jamaican food, African food. I can't wait to do that one. Just hold your thought. Hold that thought. That's going to be in a future vlog, but I can't wait to do it. The next thing is watch a documentary to expand your views. Now me, I like to watch documentaries on YouTube a lot. And I like to watch certain interviews with certain people that I resonate with. So I'm not just watching a bunch of junk all day. I'm actually feeding my brain with something like Lisa Nichols. Love her. Love her story. I love the journey she's on. I love where she's at, how she's evolved. Every time I see her interview on YouTube, I'm stopping, I'm watching it completely. She's someone that really inspires me to keep going and to let me know that it's possible, right? Make sure it's something that's like interesting to you, and maybe watch, like I say, interviews or stories about other people that you are inspired by, and just get inspired yourself. The next thing would be, let's see what we got here. A 30-day fitness challenge. Oh my God. I'm so into fitness. I love working out. I love what it does to my body. I love the way it makes me feel throughout the day. I like to work out at 5 a.m., get it over with, out the way, and it helps me start my day. It's like my boost for my day. It's like my energy drink for the day. I think it's very essential for us to take care of ourselves, our body, our temple. So getting in the gym, it's not always about trying to be cute, fine, and all that. Now, mind you, that is the result of it. You're going to be fine, and I ain't going to be able to, we're not going to be able to fight them up off of us. I'm just saying. But my overall goal is well-being and health. Yes, so working out is essential, guys. So you don't have to necessarily go to the gym to work out. You can do things such as yogas, Pilates. You can do a walk in the park, hiking, bike riding. There's so many other ways to exercise that doesn't necessarily have to do with the actual gym. You can work out from home. I'm a big supporter of workouts from home because I do it a lot myself. So yeah, just make sure that you're taking care of your health and getting fit, okay? Next thing is, where are we? Unsubscribe from digital subscriptions or services you don't use. This is a big one because one thing about it is I watch a lot of YouTube. I really don't watch a lot of Hulu or Netflix. The only reason why I keep those because the kids do watch it a lot. And I'm gonna start back watching it. But those are just minor subscriptions. There's other subscriptions that were on my phone that I'm paying for. And I'm like, I don't even use this anymore. So make sure you're going through, combing through your phone and unsubscribing from certain things that are charging you each month that you're no longer using or don't have use for anymore. So that's another way you can save. I don't care if it's $10, 10 pennies, or 1 cent. Delete it, okay? Unsubscribe. But anyway, next thing is gonna be spend a day doing acts of kindness. Just pay it forward. Like maybe you're in a line and let's say at a fast food restaurant and you pay for the person in front of you meal. Small acts of kindness goes a long way. Even just speaking, saying hi to someone, holding a conversation with someone is showing an act of kindness because sometimes people need someone just to talk to. And you can be that listening ear for somebody else. You can do this with friends, family. It doesn't have to be with a stranger. It could be with someone you know. So yeah, just try to do one act of kindness this month I'm gonna try to do maybe something each day, something kind. The next thing I would say is this is huge. This is the big one. Practice saying no to things that don't serve you. Can I get an amen? We preaching now. We done got into sermon mode now. Practice saying no to things that don't serve you is huge. I know a lot of people are people pleasers. Doesn't mean that you're weak. It just means that that's your love language, is to please other people and not necessarily think so much about yourself a lot of the time. So you may say yes to things, or you may do things for others that you shouldn't. So if it's not serving you, we chunking the deuces at it, okay? We are very intentional going into 2025. Our mental health, our well-being is at stake, so we don't want to have nothing or anyone around that could hinder that. So make sure that you put up those boundaries and that you set clear expectations with people, so that way there's no confusion. And yeah, you can just really take care of you for once. Take care of you. Put yourself first for once. I know I struggle with that too. I'm always looking out for other people and making sure my family's good, but us strong people and the go-to people, we also need to set clear boundaries and expectations with our loved ones, so that way we are not just walking around with a glass half full because we've been pouring it out in everybody else's glass. So take care of you. The next thing is try journaling your personal growth. Making notes of where you are and having that to reflect on when you are evolving is such an eye-opening thing. I have journals to this day from when I was in high school. Matter of fact, I need to go back and read those. Because what was I talking about? I was writing that thing every day. The next thing is to set up your dream workspace. This is essential, guys, especially for us content creators. It's essential that we have a dedicated workspace so we can film, we can think, be creative, get into our zone. Is very important. So I would highly suggest, listen, it don't have to be a room. It doesn't have to be a cute room with all the aesthetics. Baby, you can find a corner. Because a lot of times I do my trial hauls in a corner. You can find a corner in your home and make that your space. You can find just one section in your home to film. And people are blowing up in their closet on YouTube. People are blowing up in their car on YouTube. So do not limit yourself. Wherever you have to film, make it aesthetically pleasing for yourself, no one else. Have your own aesthetics going. Don't try to copy someone else because you're still not going to be happy with the results. So stay true to yourself, but get that workspace together so you're excited about going there. It helps you with a clear head to be a little bit more, like I said, creative. So yeah, I can't wait to create my space. I will be filming it, so stay tuned for that later on. That's to come. And lastly, guys, this is the most important thing I feel like we all should do before 2025 to have a solid year. That is going to be to pray every day over your health, your goals, your finances, your family, your loved ones. Pray every day. I know a lot of times we wake up and grab the phone. We wake up and talk to people. We wake up thinking about everything that we have going on or whatever we have on our plate for that day. But really start taking time out to thank God first. All right, so as I was saying, guys, make sure that you are praying each day when you wake up. Thank the Lord for waking you up because he didn't have to do it. So make sure that you're taking time out to give to him and build and form a relationship with God, because it's going to be very essential that we have a relationship with God in order to move forward throughout this life journey. So with that being said, that concludes today's vlog. I hope you guys found these tips helpful. I hope that you incorporate some of these things to jumpstart your new year. Let's go ahead and get it started, guys. I'm super excited about 2025, what it holds for me. I'm super excited to go in with new beginnings, learning new things. But first, we're gonna tackle some of these things, well, all of these things, and get our house in order to have a successful new year and make sure that it flows seamlessly. Without further ado, make sure you guys hit that like button. Drop down in the comments and let me know which of the 25 you're going to incorporate, or what are your thoughts around the 25 things that I'm going to be doing this year to prepare me for next year. Also, make sure you guys turn your notification bell on for my next vlog. Peace. Bye, guys.
But I think I just don't want to miss my mark. Whatever God has for me to do on earth in the realest way, I do not want